So I have immense confidence on the ETF. I think there's 11 different filings pending with the SEC to launch ETFs, from everybody from Bitwise to Franklin Templeton and a whole bunch of people in between. I think those will be live in the second half of this year. We have seen, even outside the United States, you have live ETPs. And at a time when a lot of outflows are exiting some of the crypto ETFs, you're seeing inflows into XRP. And I think that's because you had this false negative pressure from the SEC, this kind of, an exogenous hand holding things down that's now being released. And that's great for the market. That's great for builders within the XRP ecosystem globally.
I think if Jerome Powell stepped down, it would be a great thing. I don't know that he's going to, but he should. Jerome Powell's been very bad for our country. We should have the lowest interest rate on earth, and we don't. He just refuses to do it, and yet he's spending $2.5 billion rebuilding the Fed, the Federal Reserve building. And I don't know what he knows about building, but you talk about cost overrun. So he got this approved, and he started the work during the Biden administration. And he doesn't look like the kind of a guy, frankly, that wants to spend $2.5 billion. And it's very interesting because out of 71 economists, one person, me, and then one other person, I think from Wharton, got it right. And the others were all wrong in terms of the success of our country this quickly. We have no inflation. We have cash pouring in. It was me and somebody else. And I can tell you, I don't need 5,000 people working for me behind the scenes like Jerome Powell to tell him what he should say once a month, because they got it wrong. The Fed got it wrong. I call him too late. He's always too late. Every point costs us $360 billion. Think of that. And we should be 3 points. That's almost $1 trillion. Approximately $1 trillion less we should be just with the signing of a piece of paper. So we'll see what happens. I mean, you're telling me he's going to quit. I hope he quits. I don't know that he's going to quit, but he should quit because he's been very bad for the country.
You get into this price discovery phase. And if you go back to November, we went from 70,000 to 90,000 in about 2 to 3 weeks. And 70,000 was a new all-time high. What we're watching now is we broke through that $110,000 range. That was the previous all-time high. I don't know if it goes to 140, but it sure is going to make a big move here because you are in a true price discovery phase.
And how much of this do you think at this point then gets driven by ETFs, or do you think it's really more going to be individuals buying the underlying asset?
Well, the reason why I call it the greatest show on Wall Street is everyone wants Bitcoin. Like, this is no longer a contrarian trade. This is a consensus trade now. And so you have the ETFs, you have the Bitcoin Treasury companies, you have retail, you have sovereign wealth fund. Everybody wants Bitcoin.
Should we be scared of that? Meaning, we were talking about just economists and analysts. We're like, when the economists have a consensus view, you usually should go the other direction.
Yeah. Well, the economists still don't like Bitcoin, so I think we're okay.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly pulling back as I'm doing this video. But Bitcoin and crypto received that pump. And we had over 750 million liquidated. And right now we have stocks flat. And we have plenty of entertainment this week. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates which are climbing up. And we know right now we're going to have earnings this week from the banks, which is going to help the markets maintain. But after that, guys, if these yields stay where they at and they keep climbing, markets are going to pull back. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, and in crypto, we know when we always pull back. Next week, we have futures contracts ending. And then we have the dollar right now still moving up slightly, but we know the dollar is going to continue on getting weaker. Remember, it's a plan and moves in phases. It's a slow leak. And we have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $181 billion on Friday. Make sure that you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer in order to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have Trump again staying steady on Jerome Powell because he knows going towards the end of this year, and we won't see Jerome again after this month until September, and we know that's when the entertainment begins. And that's the reason why he keeps calling out Jerome Powell. He knows we have to refinance this $10 trillion, and it's going to set a rumble in this economy. And one central bank that we heard nothing from, which is the most important, of course, is Japan. Japan holds our debt, and eventually Japan has to make a move. So we need to make sure we keep a close eye on the Fed and Scott Bessent. And tomorrow we get CPI and core data, which is going to be very important. And when it comes to consumer inflation, when we're shopping at restaurants, at the grocery store, we still see the pricing just keeps moving up. So it's going to be interesting on how they play these numbers tomorrow. And then we have Crypto Week. We have the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and anti-CBDC. And guys, we know stable coins that buy these treasuries, also with smart contracts, they're CBDCs anyway. There is no such thing as anti-CBDC. The globe is going to have CBDCs, these programmable digital dollars on blockchain. But we get to see how the voting is going to be on this Genius Act. The stablecoin bill is so important because this is the foundation of this new economy. And we know DeFi is definitely the new banking. And with these stable coins, it's going to allow the illusion to get even worse. And then on top of it, it's going to give the banks even more power. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have the BOE governor playing the Hegelian dialectic, warns banks against launching stable coins, citing risk to stability and trust. And with these private issuers having these stable coins, we know the central banks can make bank runs. We've seen it plenty of times because we've been in this space. And then everything will end in the lap of the central bank. So we know that is definitely the goal. But remember, this is a plan and moves in phases. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. Now we have Grayscale files a confidential IPO plan with the SEC. And never forget, Grayscale opened the gates for BlackRock to take over. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But we see crypto taking over the stock market because we know all these stocks are going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And then we have ProShares XRP Futures ETF slated to go live July 18th. And we know first we get the futures product and then we get the spot product. And that keeps the casino open. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then getting over into a little crypto news. We have Binance to roll out bonding curve mechanism feature for token launches and in partnership with 4Main. And the bonding curve model allows token prices to fluctuate automatically as more tokens are purchased directly from the bond curve contract during the event. Users can buy tokens with BNB within the Binance wallet, and these tokens remain non-transferable within the bond curve's ecosystem during the subscription period. Participants have the option to sell their purchased tokens back to other users within the ecosystem or wait until tokens become freely transferable and tradable on Binance Alpha after the event concludes. And the benefits are early trading and transferable in the ecosystem. And then lastly, and this lets you know this movie is definitely about to get good. We have Trump says, I really would like to be known as the man that saved our country. And he's definitely going to go down in history as the president that brought in the new economic system. But unfortunately, this new economic system, if you're not on the right side of history, you're going to get left behind. Like Jerome Powell stated, with all this technology, the robots, algorithms, and drones, and now these machines have money, you definitely have to be a creator, someone useful inside of this new system. If you're not, you're going to be getting that free money and headed inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam. Save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam. Save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.